HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with the latest happenings in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we have scenes from Hot Acoustics performance at the Concerts on the Common series, the latest in Hiller sports, plus more. But first, the school committee discussed possible expansion renovations at Marathon Elementary School. The school committee discussed Marathon Elementary School renovations.
Town meeting. I will just walk you quickly through the timeline. You remember that the Marathon School opened in August of 2018. Since that time, the Family Resource Center has become a special education room. The professional learning community room is now used for ESOL instruction and some adult work. The health room is part of the preschool. The art room is a first grade classroom. We have small group instruction taking place in the hallways, and even the small library classroom within the library space is being used for something else now. So while all of this was happening, we realized we were going to need the 4-classroom addition, and so in May of 2021, annual town meeting appropriated for us $3,625,000, and then we realized in May of 2022 we probably had to go back to the well, and annual town meeting again was gracious enough to appropriate $695,900, and that brought us to a total of $320,900, and then we got our bids, and Mill City was the lowest bidder, and this bid covers only construction, and their bid was $3,992,152. So at that point we realized that our project total was $5,170,900, and we had a shortfall of $850,000. And so we went to the select board just last week on July 12th, and we requested a special town meeting, and they voted to approve our request.
School Superintendent Dr. Carol Kavanaugh discussed how the amount of kids surpassed the expected amount.
Back in 2015, the enrollment certification for Marathon was 355 students, and that was for the K-1 kids. And so partway through that construction project, they were able to increase the certification to 395 students for K-1. And we thought that that was pretty marvelous. We thought, this is really great. We're going to, I guess have the capacity for more students. So only a few short years later, this year, and from the slide that we showed earlier tonight, we have 275 kindergarten students coming in and 293, and those are our numbers today on July 21st, which is a total of 568 kids, well beyond the number 395 that was sort of the proposed capacity at the time. The other thing when they were building that school is we had 58 preschool students, and so if you round up to about 60, that's sort of where we were, and today we're at 95 kids. So you can really just see how many more kids we have in the Marathon Elementary School in a very, very short period of time. So we've gone from 395 capacity to 568 and 58 preschool kids to 95. All right, and I will ask Mrs. Rothermick to explain the increase in construction costs.
We started at a cost estimate construction of $2,720,000, which was about $388 a square foot. When we put together the first piece of design, the schematic design, and looked at the estimates, it came in at $3,115,000. So you can see that our costs started to go up as we continued to design the building.
An additional $850,000 is now needed for the expansion, and that is expected to be voted on at the special town meeting on August 18th.
So those additional costs of $605,000 would then be added on to the $850,000. So waiting until spring would have us at a $1.4 million request of increased funding. And again, time-wise, for having this for students for marathon goes way out.
Yeah.
So it's a two-pronged issue. You're asking, it would be a big increase in cost.
Right.
Some off-season changes took place for Hopkinton Hiller Athletics. Here's a look at the latest. Tom Nappy here with a Hopkinton Hillers summer sports update. Following the spring sports season, the Hopkinton Hillers Awards were given out. Athletes of the Year featured Kate Powers, who was a member of the indoor and outdoor track teams and the state champion girls volleyball team. She racked up many state records in track and field and competed at the highest level. Kate will be a Kentucky Wildcat next fall. Congratulations. Andrew Gahn won Athlete of the Year on the boys' side. Andrew contributed heavily to the Hiller boys soccer team, as well as the ice hockey and baseball teams. Congratulations to Kate and Andrew, your Hopkinton Hillers Athletes of the Year. Scholar Athletes of the Year were given out to a couple athletes who excelled in the classroom as well as on the athletic fields. Jessie Iannelli was one of the recipients. She was a key member of the girls' basketball and lacrosse team. Orion Shaw took the Scholar Athlete Award on the boys' side for his efforts in the classroom, as well as with the soccer, indoor track and field, and outdoor track and field teams. Congratulations to Jessie and Orion. The Marine-sponsored Scholar Athlete of the Year Award was given out to Kiki Fossbender, who was a big contributor to the girls' basketball as well as the outdoor track and field team. Nick Paharik took the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Year Award on the boys' side for his classroom efforts and his great contributions to the basketball and baseball teams. Congratulations to Kiki and Nick. And congratulations to Sean Golombiewski for placing 6th overall at the Nike Outdoor Nationals Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon. Sean competed in the 110-meter hurdles. Also, congratulations to Russell Perryman, who placed 8th in the emerging elite group for javelin in the Nike Outdoor Nationals in Eugene, Oregon. Hiller boys lacrosse star Rowan Gould was named an academic All-American by USA Lacrosse. Congratulations to Rowan on the tremendous accomplishment. Kudos to the Hopkinton Hiller soccer teams on helping out with the youth camp this past summer and helping the youngsters develop their skills. Hopkinton Hillers Hall of Fame head coach Steve Simos announced his retirement after the season this past spring. Coach Simos contributed 19 years of service as the Hiller head baseball coach and also 15 years as football coach and 5 as the softball coach. He amassed almost 300 wins and had a winning percentage over 600, featuring 5 TVL titles, 3 sectional championships, and multiple Coach of the Year awards. Far more importantly to Coach Simos was the way he developed the classiest program around, full of character student athletes. Coach Simos will certainly be missed. Following the departure of athletic director Rich Cormier, a familiar face will take over the AD duties. Kylie Murray will take over as the interim athletic director next season. Kylie has worked with many of the Hiller athletic programs, including serving as head coach of the Hiller softball team and as an assistant coach of the baseball team. She will have big shoes to fill, but certainly has some great experience and is very well respected by the Hopkinton Hiller community. Congratulations to Kylie Murray. The 2022 state champion Hopkinton Hillers Unified Track and Field Team was recognized prior to a Red Sox game at Fenway Park this past weekend. Congratulations to the team for taking home the title this past season, and the recognition is very well deserved. We are going to take a quick time out. A whole lot more coming up on this edition of HCAM News. Don't go anywhere. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Welcome back to HCAM News. Hot Acoustics performed at the weekly summer Concerts on the Common series. Here's a look.
Drama queen, I'd like to think the best of me. Still
The Select Board recently recognized Cheryl Peralt and welcomed 2 new HPD officers. Here's a look. The Hopkinton Select Board recognized Cheryl Peralt for her community volunteer services.
Very much, and with very much gratitude. Thank you. So,
yeah, thank you for all the wonderful work you have done. When the whole town is behind you, it tells a lot, and we were lucky to have you, and I'm sure wherever you are going, they are lucky to have you now, and you'll continue to spread your service and good deeds. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. If there are others that would like to speak, I would just keep it pretty brief, and then maybe we could just all do a quick group photo. Do you think?
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah.
Thank you. I'm Kathleen Dinsmore, resident of Hopkinton, and everyone has already said much of what I had on my prepared speech. One of the things that I wanted to point out is, among Cheryl's many gifts, is that she is a real connector. She has connected me with so many people, and I know that just through her trying to find common ground between individuals and encouraging empathy is a way to really bring people together to create more peace. And what Cheryl has always done is spread love. That I think is her main way of moving through this world and trying to instill peace in this world. So thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you. The Select Board also approved 2 police officer appointments.
In what ways do you think that you could help address the systemic issues?
Personally, just doing my job the way it's supposed to be done, treating everyone the same way. Basically, from my background, like the military and stuff like that, you kind of depend on everyone to your left and right, no matter what their race, religious status, anything, their creed, their sex. So I don't want to be cliche and say I don't see that. I do, and obviously it's a topic that should be discussed, and ways to kind of approach that, and that I can do that. And I definitely think that community policing, different programs would help, like I said, close that gap, and I'm happy to be involved with that.
How you would think about your dishonorable discharge if you were sitting in my seat. I'll also tell you, by the way, that not only was I former military, but I'm a social worker too. So that question is meant to open up the possibilities of understanding more your experience.
Okay. So just to clarify, I'd like to state that I got an honorable discharge from the military. It's dishonorable from the state police.
Oh, thank you for that. I did not mean to. Yes, I appreciate
just to
that.
clarify that, so the Executive Order 595 came out a while back, and it either required state employees to be vaccinated or to get an approved exemption. I filed for a religious exemption, and I was denied, and I stuck by my beliefs, and I was ultimately terminated. I was suspended for approximately 5 months unpaid, and then I was terminated. And the dishonorable discharge was solely just from, that was the colonel's decision.
I see. Were you offered an opportunity not to have a dishonorable discharge?
I went through different trial boards, basically to plead my case. I went above and beyond to kind of express my religious views and tried to appeal it, but unfortunately there was no appeal process set in at that time. So I kind of either had to go against my beliefs or stick through till the end. And through the trial boards, they found me not to have religious beliefs and terminated me.
So I am making the motion to support and approve this hire.
I second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstain?
I'm going to abstain.
I abstain.
Welcome aboard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come on board. Congratulations.
It's one of my favorite questions, and I always ask it, and I think I asked it last time in my own fashion. What is it that interests you about community policing and policing here in Hopkinton in particular? And what are you looking for? It's a big, long question. I'm famous for these, I'm sorry. And what are you looking for in terms of support from the community?
Well, first, I'm huge in community policing. It was a police officer who actually brought me into, he was a community outreach officer, and my family, I come from a very not wealthy family, and we had troubles with finance and things of that sort, and he kind of helped my family out, and I want to bring that aspect to Hopkinton, and little kids who may not have it, find a way, whether it's grants or anything that we can do to help that lower level family, bring them back up.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And I don't remember who went next. Was it Mary Jo?
Mary Jo went next.
Yeah.
Well, what I would like to know is what you know about Hopkinton. What made you pick Hopkinton as a town to come to?
I know a lot about Hopkinton. I've been doing my research quite a while. When I've been in this process, I know you guys are at the start of the marathon. I know that you guys are growing, and I know it's 40% white, 40% Asian, I want to say, and it's a growing town that I want to be a part of.
Thank you. Should I go?
Thank you.
Do you have any connection to the department?
Also, I have a connection to the department. One of my close buddies, Bassett, actually works for them.
Oh, great.
Again, we talk about those recruitment bonuses, Chief.
Keep it up.
Make a motion?
Yeah, make a motion that we accept Alexander Stewart as a Hopkinton police officer.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Okay. Welcome.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to town.
Good luck.
It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. There is currently an outside water ban until further notice due to the drought conditions. No outside watering is allowed as we are in the level 3 critical drought. So certainly stay tuned for when this drought may end and any further news regarding the drought situation. Chief Joseph Bennett is pleased to recognize Deputy Chief John Porter following his 30th anniversary as a member of the Hopkinton Police Department. Deputy Chief Porter marked 30 years of service last week on Thursday. His name was added to the Hopkinton Police Department 30 Years of Service Award plaque in recognition of the tremendous milestone. Congratulations, Deputy Chief John Porter. Our picture of the week, Hopkinton Hillers 2022 Unified Track and Field State Champion team was recognized prior to a Red Sox game at Fenway Park. Congratulations to the Unified Track and Field team, and we certainly hope you had a great time at the Red Sox game and with your well-deserved recognition. Upcoming town government meetings include on Tuesday, August 2nd at 6 p.m. the Select Board meeting airing live on HCAM TV. Then on Monday, August 8th at 7 p.m. we'll have the Planning Board meeting. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information about upcoming town government meetings, you can head over to hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News. But don't worry, next Thursday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. As always, thanks for tuning in. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.